Well, I may be the worst human being in existence. It has been barely 30 minutes since the new Tarkov patch came out, and already I've done the worst possible thing I could do. Yeah, I killed Santa Claus. Before I go any further, I'd like to preface this video by saying that I don't read patch notes, pretty much ever, so I had no idea what to expect going into this. With that being said, let's look into how I got to the point I'm at now. So I spawn as a scav on Interchange to start the day off, and have a look for the oh-so-coveted gas analyzer. I figure if I go at night, maybe Ollie isn't looted as well, because some people would have had a hard time seeing at night. Immediately, as soon as I spawn in, I'm greeted by a rather peculiar sight. There are two scavs rotating around a tree, endlessly circling and firing into the air, presumably to celebrate the holiday season. Interesting, I thought. This must be what the update was about. This is kinda cool. Eventually, after looking around the tree, I see nothing of value, and meeting a couple of friendly player scavs coming to investigate the scenery, I decide it's time to go into the mall. Shortly after heading up the main stairs, I see a player scav to my left, or rather, he sees me. He beckons me over using hand gestures, and drops a cheeky little can of condensed milk at my feet. Hesitant, but grateful, I pick it up and voice line to show my appreciation, and kind of nod my gun at him, and then I continue on my way. The player scav ends up walking with me into the middle of the mall, and I leave him to go peek inside of the tech room across from Mantis. I do a bit of looting in the area, loot a crate, and return from whence I came. I see a friendly face. I remember this scav from earlier because of the beard, and the large backpack. I dropped an item for him, and after he picked it up, he dropped a new one. I realized this actually wasn't a player scav at all, but an actual scav. At this point, it was truly embarrassing. The whole time I had imagined that this was a player, it was actually an AI scav. I followed the friendly bearded scav around and took a look at the new backpack, which I initially thought was a pilgrim, was actually some sort of new large red backpack. Since the scav was actively trading with me, I decided to drop more items. Since I never dabbled in this type of behavior before, I wanted to see how they reacted. But the scav just kept taking items I would drop and not return anything. I thought maybe it was sort of an accrued loot value, that he would drop something good if I dropped enough stuff, or it was of a certain value that he would return something of value and I wouldn't have to kill him. But this was not the case. He just kept taking my things over and over. Eventually, the timer had ran down and I decided it was time to leave, but I wanted my stuff back. Unfortunately, Santa had to go. After pissing off the local residents by murdering their children's idol, I quickly looted the scav and went to the exfil. So that's it. That's the story on how I revenge killed Santa because he stole my sugar. Merry Christmas, everyone.